himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. So here are the Seahawks now with a long field in front of them. Leading them out, the reigning MVP of the National Football League in his 3rd season now from Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. On 3rd down, Jackson.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
Partner, when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set him back 5.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running.
Jones, the ball carrier, taken down at the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 11.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Jones. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
The ball carrier. Danny Trevathan on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Cardinals 7, Seahawks nothing.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Olsen. It's a gain of 10.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Jackson. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
The 37-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. First down, Seahawks.
They'll run it with Jones. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Jones. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's
Jackson from the shotgun. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now Jackson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Ronald Jones, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
complete.
First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
An opportunity to get back to level after the fumble return touchdown. First and goal. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
A pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal.
This is Henderson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
And now third and goal coming up. The loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This offense on third down today, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is third and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Now they're staring at a fourth down as Arizona's defense does its job. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Seahawks 3.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Laviska Shenault, the rookie, his intended target.
And now it's second down.
They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The tackle made by Jordan Brooks. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Jackson's pass.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Uses the stiff arm. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. From the 29, Rivers. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe...
And I think the ball's out, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way.
Not the keeper. Fumble on the play.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. Now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Ronald Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
7.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this carries into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 3rd and short yardage, Rivers.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Rivers on 1st down. This one brought in by Jefferson. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. To the air again here, Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. It brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
A 2nd down throw for Rivers. Open man is the tight end Troutman. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll throw again. Rivers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Seattle.
They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Sanders now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and it's the Patriots leading that one in the second quarter. Big Derrick Henry with a couple of touchdown runs. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting Cleveland Browns. Daniel Jones, terrific in the win, and a much-needed win at that, as it is indeed their first on the year. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Aaron Rodgers, a touchdown pass there. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A gain of 6 there on first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Operating from the gun. Jackson and Olsen over the middle. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The 38-yard line, 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
He's across midfield.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll move the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
complete.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Seahawks.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Jackson now off the bootleg. And caught left side, Olsen.
Jackson.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
An 8-yard pickup.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Being chased out left. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Man, Lamar Jackson, we all know it, but he is just so elusive with the football.
I don't care how many times you go through tackling drills at practice and how many different situations you put guys in practice. It's not the same as trying to get Lamar Jackson on the ground. He forced 42 missed tackles last year. That's twice as many as any other quarterback in the NFL. To your point, very difficult to get him down.
1st and goal with Lamar Jackson leading the charge, the 23-year-old quarterback. And if they find the end zone here, they'll reach that number 23 on the scoreboard.
Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But it'll be 2nd and goal. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jason Kroon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Hamler now to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, Rivers. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rivers.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the fourth and final quarter. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Able to complete this to Chenault. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
On first down, Akers, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Working out of the gun, Rivers.
19-yard line.
This pass complete to Higgins.
And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and...
They'll go again to Jones.
21-yard line.
Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Seahawks on third down. They've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. Jackson. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Adam Troutman, the intended receiver,
but it's going to be 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
The rookie Jordan Brooks picks it off.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Man, I got you. 56.
Back to it after the pick 6. Rivers. Looking sideline, incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
To throw again. Rivers. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Cardinals. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
10 at the 30-yard line.
Again, it's Rivers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that is incomplete.
Jackson's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Seattle. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Hamler now on the return.
It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
24-yard
The football going back over to Arizona now.
They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play. And
now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
3rd and long for Rivers. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
On the return. The Seahawks take over.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, it's Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Aaron Donald on the stop. A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So the victory here for Seattle. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Seahawks, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.